Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
In a bind?
Going in! Arnak here! Coming through! Airborne beat! My stuff! This one's mine!
Keep it! Got fired!
I've got this! Let him marksman him!
Make it rain!
All yours! In an instant!
Impact claw!
We work well together. Like a finely timed wall.
Ignite! You're
Going
mine!
in!
You're finished!
Ready to go!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Next!
You're spicier than you look!
Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty.
Dramatic!
Can you take care?
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Looks like it could be worth something. Forgive you!
Denied!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Leave the edge out. Armor won't save you!
Sword Rain!
Flying freaks! Give me just still!
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! And the pummeling to me! The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Lion's Howl!
You're
Bestow
mine!
thy mystic mercy.
Ignite! Sword Rain!
Arch
Fairy
Seal!
circle.
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Tiger Stone!
You really don't win my heart, huh?
Who else will put them through to me?
Damn it! I should get my
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah. We used to run up and down these slopes all the time for our training exercises.
Damn. You weren't messing around.
I won't forgive you!
Resonate with the
Confiscate!
shattering
Annihilation! Attack! Flame of Fury! It's a duel of the arts! Give a heart!
Take this! Hesitate
airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly. Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here.
I'm out.
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a
If it's in
finely
the sky,
timed
it's
waltz.
mine. You're spicier than you look.
Can't change the future without getting your hands dirty.
Dramatic. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Retreat if you know what's good for you.
Swordblade Alpha! This one's all mine! Burn it hell! Swordblade Alpha!
I'm not so good with airborne particles.
Far enough!
Resonate with the earth.
Make it rain!
Take this! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Finely timed astral arc.
That's my cue. Here's the evil.
Shut him down! Swordblade Alpha! More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I can feel my precision improving. Lost!
Resonate can't get out of this.
Take this!
Look sharp!
Azure Storm!
This one's mine!
I'm not done!
I never miss!
Swordblade Alpha!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall!
You want me? You can come get me!
I really won't!
Here I am! Azure
Do it!
Storm! Brilliant! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Prepare to be seen, though.
Tiger Blade! Less talking, more doing.
Make it rain!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
On your knees.
Going in!
Swordblade Alpha!
Igneous Gift Sword!
Front! I can feel my power growing!
That equipment should come in handy. More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
Maybe they just had that much time and energy on their hands.
Out of my way! No further! You're mine! Not today! On your knees! Sword ring up! Shattering up! Attack time! Take this!
This one's mine. Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
My lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Let's go! Round, make it rain!
I feel sprightlier than before.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So, Mahag Sars?
I'll do my best!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Where are you going?
Here I come! This one's all mine! Sword ring alpha! You picked the wrong one! Totally! In an instant! Impact claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed walk.
Here I come!
Where are you going? Going in. My watch.
Make it rain! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
Laser spear. Pierce evil.
Going in!
Take this.
No escape! Make it rain! Remove!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Out of my way! Can't get out of this! Shattering the pieces! Attack time!
Worth a shot!
You're finished! You're mine!
Water.
Rising up!
Resonate with the earth!
Ignite! I can carve through all stalagmite! Stardust! Make it rain! Here I come! Stardust!
Burning.
Azure
Laser
Storm!
spear. Pierce
Take this!
evil.
It's over!
Here we go. Not on my
Right here! I got it!
Laser spear.
I'm
Pierce
ready!
evil. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say. My exploits are bearing fruit.
this place here? Some kind of old house?
I don't know about that. If I had to guess, it probably served as some kind of shrine.
So still a house, in a sense. Just for a god.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Far enough! I'm on it! Sword Rain Alpha! It's time! I'm not You're finished! Eat this!
Let the marksman handle
Here I
this.
go!
This one's mine.
You're mine!
In a vine?
Start up!
Do it! Well, this one's mine. Astral energy.
Say no more! Got it!
Well done.
First strike! Now, let more!
Lightning
Take this!
orb.
Take this over!
Lightning to death.
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
There. One more.
Enter storm! Small! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I feel stronger. I mean, a bit.
Good. We're counting on you, Rinwell.
On me? Well, I'll do my best.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Back
you! Here I come!
Divine strength!
Burn in hell! Sword Rain Alpha!
Eat this!
I'm not done! Sword Rain Alpha!
This one's mine! Can't
get out of this!
Raging Cascade!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Raging Cascade!
My turn!
Eat this!
Far enough!
Dance in the wind!
Sword Rain Alpha! Follow there! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now!
There you
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that thing. Something you wanted to say?
I managed to pull through.
I can carve through them!
Sword Rain Alpha! It's time! Ignite! Sword Rain Alpha! Here I come! It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off!
Do you require a...
Not on my watch!
All good things come...
I need to be stronger. Nothing gets by me!
Take this!
Denied!
You're finished! Sword Rain Alpha!
Now! I'm out!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
I'm sorry to be involved.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
Here.
Good boy! Sword Rain Alpha!
Armor won't save you!
Nice, Law.
Leave it all to love.
Hey, I'm here too, you know. Well, someone seems in tip-top form.
Nothing new about that, Shion.
And still as humble as now. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! I can feel my power growing!
We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Elda-Menancia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along. But it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does. which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city's standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Way.
Take this!
In here!
We got fire!
Do it! I'm stuck!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Radiant blood! Here! Don't mind if I do!
Nothing gets by me! Far enough!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Now!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Don't get complacent.
straight to them. I never miss. Hero Ranger Cascade. Cyan Instant. I never miss. Hands in the way.
Eat dirt!
Air drop.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone. Hands in the wind. None shall escape my justice.
Azure Storm!
Get you off.
Here I come! Mirage! First strike! Sword Rain Alpha!
Instant.
You're finished!
Eat this. Hurricane.
The earth throbs in pain.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Lightning.
Step back. This one's all law.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you? Now!
Lightning Orb!
Take this!
None shall escape here goes!
Burn!
Don't mind if I do.
Frickin' does it! Sword Ring Alpha! Take this! Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
He even surpasses a lord? And again, this one's mine! I never miss falling sword!
Fool.
Now you see what I can do!
Excited! Into the shadows!
Try harder! My turn!
Mega
Sword
Ray!
Ring Alpha!
I'm also falling storm!
Try harder! Elusive deity!
Let me help!
Rotating pile!
Grounding!
Sword Ring
Guardian
Alpha!
Gale!
I owe you one. No further!
Guardian
Sword Ring Alpha!
Catapult!
Eater!
Show me your
Appreciate
Sword Ring Alpha!
Far enough!
Raging Luna Storm!
Just for your dreams!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought you
I'm
were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nias, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest. Hey.
How are you holding up after that last fight? You're not too hurt, are you?
I'm fine, really. See for yourself.
If things get too tough out there, go ahead and fall back. I can take a beating if I need to.
I'm not here just to stand around and have everyone protect me.
I get that, but there's nothing wrong with admitting you have weaknesses too.
Do I look like I'm just trying to put on a brave face to you?
I can't feel pain, but you still can, can't you?
Look, I appreciate you're trying to look out for me, but even you go down in fights from time to time. Please, stop trying to babysit me. It's getting old.
It's not that. I just...
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
What's that big tower over there?
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I'm impressed how well balanced this thing is. Guess I'll polish up my sword.
Looks perfect and tastes just as good.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as Lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way. Do you mind watching our camp tonight? Shall we get moving?
Not this way, I guess.
No choice. Rising Wyvern! You're on!
Radiant
You're
Warrior!
right! Sword Rain Alpha!
Water, hear my call! I'm ready for steel!
Sword Rain Alpha! Azure Storm! Got fire!
I've got this! Let him march me! That's my cue!
All yours! Shut him down! Sword Rain Alpha!
I can carve through
Here I come!
Now!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shot!
Well done! Pierce the evil! If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Take this!
You require a hand.
Eat this!
Following! In an instant! Impact Block! This could be useful.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Niez, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danans, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renan district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danan legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renans have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danans rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly no one here?
All of these ruins look like they were made pretty recently.
But if that's the case, then where do you think the people that used to live here went off to? There must have been Danans and Renans, right?
That's a good question. Even if the Danans rebelled and managed to overthrow the Renans here, there should still be some people around.
This debris. Do you think it could be the work of Renan Astral Arts?
Perhaps, but the appearance of these ruins is rather uniform, which leads me to believe otherwise.
Hey, Rinwell. That story you told us about the Dark Wings. It said that the evil king was vanquished with a holy flame, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Then there might be some truth to that old story after all. It looks like all the rubble here had been scarred by flames.
Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet. If we can find someone around here, we might be able to get them to tell us what happened. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionna's got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important, and learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What are those out in the valley? Windmills? They're huge.
They're most likely used to harvest wind astral energy, so they have to be big.
All of you, stop right there! Don't move!
They have us surrounded.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first! Show yourself!
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you...
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you. I'm Beifong, of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away. We're still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces, so everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Dahnan leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadheim's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right?
I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
You could have left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here. Not this way, I guess.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Ice! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Oh. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Renans and more. Son of a...
You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danon's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye!
Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm!
We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings!
The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadeye signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a rooster rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Danons we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niaz, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Danons here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is, when you've been a slave for so long, It's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Danans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves, and outright forbade the ownership of instruments, is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hmm?
Hey. Yeah! Good.
All right!
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Hopefully it's nothing that'll be too hard to deal with.
I'd like to check their wares if you don't mind.
Oh yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey. Ah?
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there.
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion, if you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shion. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little, if you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry. I'm just getting prepped over here.
I feel like somebody's watching us.
Maybe there's someone around here who needs our help.
Mm-hmm.
Well...
I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean anything. Can't we just look around the area for clues or something?
Hey, maybe these are supposed to be different locations?
Oh, now you're into this too, huh?
We've reached our destination.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Right, here goes! Here I come!
Only the best materials in your garments.
You really do have quite the discerning eye, Dohalim.
Yeah, they all kind of look the same to me.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Well, looky here.
I won't forgive you!
You're mine! Azure Stormbreaker!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Hey, I think that might be what we're looking for.
Is this the so-called legendary instrument?
Actually, I think it's one of the freight train parts that I was using for a sword.
I'm sure anything will be fine. We should take it.
I'm not so sure. How's this?
I see.
Great! Huh?
Agreed.
Dohalim.
I can't believe you managed to shoo off that irritating bard.
Had we brought him along, it would have livened up our journey considerably.
You know, maybe you're right. We could have hit it off.
Yeah, then the two of you could be irritating together.
Got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Sar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
what is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh?
Yes! Very nice.
Is that so? You don't say.
How?
I see.
Hey!
Sure.
Nice work.
Oh?
Very nice.
Well?
Yes! What?
What?
I don't believe this.
All right?
No.
Sure.
Really now.
Yes! What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass all the same.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Right, here goes! Azure Storm!
Freezing storm!
Sword Rain Alpha!
I'm ready!
Burn!
Can't get out of this!
Ice tornado! Where are you going? These ones can run rings around us.
I'm ready! Sword Rain down!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Our expert coming through!
Prepare to be sealed.
Don't mind
Fleet
if I
of
do.
foot. Actually, sound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Here! I'm ready!
We won that by a mile.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Save you!
Radiant, here!
Begin!
I'll take you all on! Azure Storm!
Skill reflexes will not serve you well here.
Not ready!
Kisara, go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Here I come!
Not by a long shot!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Tiger blade!
Can't get out of this! The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack!
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Out of my way! Give a heartbeat!
Radiant, here!
Take this!
Look sharp!
And again!
Mirage!
Our expert coming through!
got flyers!
I've got this! Let him mark it! Far enough!
All yours! Sword Rain Alpha!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein. Something you wanted to say?
A victory for the ages. Woo! Woohoo! Woo! Woohoo!
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Ready or not? Now you see what I can do!
Sword Rain Alpha!
You require
Sword Rain Alpha!
no further.
Mega Ray!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Make it rage!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Did it!
Yeah! Nice technique!
Sword Rain
Don't
Alpha!
worry, I've got plenty to go around.
Too fast!
Stand back!
I'll trip it up.
Do it!
I'm not done!
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
Far enough!
Sword Rain Alpha! Ignite! Sword Rain Alpha!
Art expert coming through! Not on my watch!
Sword Rain Alpha! Strata! Here I come!
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for your
Leave the enemy's arcs to me.
No complaints here!
Flame of fury!
Here I come! Sword Rain Alpha!
Strength as beastly as she who wields it.
Is Beastly supposed to be a compliment?
Yes, you outbeast the beast.
I thought you more defensively minded.
Defense via threat elimination.
So the best defense is good offense.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I should be of some use to us now.
You weren't exactly dead weight before.
Except in regard to doing basic chores.
I think the animals back at the ranch should be all grown up by now.
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves, no matter what.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law? I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Dahnan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dahna, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Dahnan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Dahnan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Dahnans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Dahnans and the deaths of Renans.
Dahnans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
That turned out good, if I do say so myself. Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Sorry for rambling on so much about my past earlier.
Don't sweat it. It was fun hearing you reminisce about the good old days.
Come on, you don't have to pretend with me. I know I can tend to go on sometimes, when it comes to my brother.
You said it, not me. Anyway, I don't think it's something for you to be embarrassed about.
Hey, Alphen. When you were a kid, was there ever a time when you had to bury someone younger than you?
Well, it's hard to say. I'm guessing that you have, though.
Yeah. During the previous crown contest, with the Lord before Dohalim. Life back then was truly hell. I think that's why I tried to ignore what Miguel was telling me for so long. Because I was afraid of going back to such a dark time. Of losing hope. I wanted to believe in our paradise so much that I doubted the one person I should have trusted most. I don't blame blame Dohalim for that. I simply didn't want to face facts. And I ended up trying to project my ideals onto everyone else.
It's strange. Whenever you and Dohalim talk about Menancia, it's always like it's some big failure. We're talking about fixing 300 years worth of damage here. Isn't it a bit optimistic to think it was all going to be resolved after only 5?
You might be right. Maybe it was a mistake when Menancia... No. When I decided to stop seeing the darkness in our society. I have to admit the truth. To myself, first of all. I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that Lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her den and bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Finally, some open space again. Seriously? Is this a joke?
Not today!
Going in. Where are you going?
Sword Rain Alpha!
In a bind?
Here's do it.
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the
Blind freak! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Hear my call! One more!
Rising Wyvern!
Burning
It's on! Not
Make it
today! Trigger!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Take this! Radiant here!
Rising Wyvern! Counter!
Now you see what I can do!
Like we're gonna lose to Small Fry.
I think Hootle senses something.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
Why didn't the Renans take advantage of all of these ruins around here? It seems like a missed opportunity.
Most likely because it would be inefficient for harvesting astral energy. That's what dictates the current positions of each realm's capital.
Plus, Renans are averse to using anything that belonged to the Danans.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Sword Rain
I
Alpha!
never miss! This one's mine!
Raging Luna Storm!
Nothing
Sword
can
Rain Alpha!
escape my judgment!
Sword Rain Alpha!
The earth throbs.
Rolling storm!
You're finished!
Make it rain!
Sword Rain!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Mega rain!
Prepare to be seized,
Onyx
though.
coming through! Glacial
Actually,
sphere.
perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Let's drop in more doing!
No escape! Rising Wyvern!
Do it! Round and turn!
Dually! In an instant! Impact Block! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner. Let's see what you've got.
Rising Wyvern!
Big shot!
Take it!
Igneous! Get charged!
Sword Rain Alpha! Azure Storm!
Take this!
Sword Rain
Anything in armor is all mine! Appreciate the help!
Take this!
Your helping me has become a
Got
habit.
fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
Sword Rain Alpha! All yours! Sword Rain Alpha!
Can't get out of this!
Annihilation! I got
Sword
you!
Rain Alpha! Rising Wyvern! You're mine!
I think we can get through this.
Don't let up until it's over! You're
Who
mine!
said anything about letting off?
Not today! You're mine! In an instant! Impact Block! Together, there is nothing that can stop us.
Indeed. As one, we are unrivaled.
And that is our greatest strength.
courteous, aren't you?
I never miss! Denied! Searing flame! Reload! Don't mind if I do!
It can hide itself?
Here's evil!
Amazing!
How about this?
Sword
None shall escape my
Rain
judgment!
Alpha!
Raging Luna Sword!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Ready and rare! I can carve through
My head's spinning, just watch! None shall escape my judgment!
Sword Rain Azure Storm! Take this! Not today! No further!
Tiger Blade!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Round and pound!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Let's try harder!
Light Steel!
Sword Rain
Tiger
Alpha!
Blade! Don't mind if I do!
Regeneration!
Mega Ray!
Regenerate! Sword
I
Rain
can heal
Alpha!
myself!
Precisely.
Never miss!
Healer cannot be risked.
That's the wisest thing you've ever said!
Feel kind of funny.
Yeah, you're looking funny too!
Right. I should probably do something about that.
Okay, here I go!
You're mine!
Guess I have to use it sometime.
I'll heal you all!
Eat this! Resonate with the earth! I can carve through arms!
Healing
Sword Rain Alpha! On your Azure Storm!
By the power of one! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika! Water! Here
Raging Luna! No
Flame
further!
Fury!
Try
Ready!
on your knees!
Constantine!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Being interrupted.
Rising Wyvern!
Take it.
Piercing
Here I come! It's over! Here I go! Sword Rain
If
Alpha!
it's in the sky, it's mine!
Raging Luna Storm! Not today!
You made me angry. That was a
Here's a
bad
healing
idea.
art. First aid! I'll pick you up!
Okay, here I go!
Piercing roll! I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malika!
Out of the
By the
woods.
power of one!
Sword Rain Alpha! Mercy!
Mega Ray! Judgment
Azure
Spin!
Storm!
Take this!
Thank you for that.
I can carve through arms!
Make it real!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
I wonder just how many people have been saved by Shion in some form. I'm impressed.
There's rumors flying around about people being saved by a Renin vision of beauty.
Vision of beauty? That's a bit much.
Alphen had better stay on his toes.
Where do I come into this? I think I'll try to make that new recipe with this.
All right, but I'll decide how spicy it is.
Am I imagining things? Or are there a lot of big Zoogles in this area?
No, I noticed that too. There's plenty of food and water to go around here. For a Zoogle, this just might be paradise.
Great, that's exactly what I wanted to hear.
I hate camping out.
There's something in the water.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Where should I cast my line? Ha! Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
I've got something. I'll catch something bigger next time.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
All right, once more from the top. Yeah! There we go. You've got to know when to quit.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. All right. I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
You can never be too prepared, but did... we have to spend so much?
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Is there a reason you're looking at me so intently?
Shion's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shion's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift, purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap, exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?!
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that whole legend you were talking about earlier, back when we were by the gate?
Huh? Oh, you mean about the Darkwings? It's an old story about a Dahnan hero that's been passed down for generations.
Like I said, I sure haven't heard it before.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, long ago, there was an evil king who tried to bring all of Dahna to ruin. However, a pure black owl heard the pleas of the people and decided to help. It chose a young hero and bestowed upon them a holy flame that was capable of vanquishing the king. The story goes that the young hero challenged the king and defeated them with the flame. Seeing Dahna had been saved, the people flew the crest of the Darkwings as thanks to the owl for its help. From what I understand, it used to be a really well-known story before the Renans came.
I guess our people must have forgotten it over time. It's lucky for us you still know it. You sure are well-versed in these sorts of things, Rinwell.
You know, the part where the hero defeats the king with a flame reminds me a little of Alphen.
Come on, it's just a story. Besides, if we're talking about an owl helping anyone, Hootle would definitely choose Rinwell.
Sure, I might have helped take out our own kind of evil king with the others, but I'm definitely no hero. That and Hootle's wings aren't even black. Huh.
All done. Come and eat.
That's your 12th serving.
Damn, that's gotta be a record.
Even seeing it for myself, I can hardly believe it. Where is her body storing it all?
Oh, have you guys already had enough? Did you not like what I fixed?
No, it's just...
We're just amazed at how much you can wolf down.
Doesn't it hurt even a little? Aren't you feeling heartburn or something?
Oh, this is nothing. You know what they say, you always have more room for dinner.
I'm pretty sure that's what they say about dessert, actually.
Plus, this is Noki we're talking about. That stuff just sits in your stomach.
I swear, I'll never understand you Renans.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. Another day, another Gald.